A history-making civil rights decision out of the nation's highest court today. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that LGBTQ Americans are covered by anti-discrimination laws in the workplace, meaning nobody can be fired or discriminated against simply because of their sexual orientation or gender identity. This landmark ruling was a 6-3 opinion. It was written by conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch, who was appointed by President Trump, and joined by Chief Justice John Roberts and other conservatives along the 4 liberal justices. In the majority opinion, the justices cite the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was meant to address the problems of race and gender discrimination. Gorsuch writes that the text of that law encompasses lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in the country. Plaintiffs in this case included a child welfare services coordinator in Georgia who says he was fired because he joined a gay softball league, a skydiving instructor who was fired after telling a customer he was gay, and a transgender woman who lost her job at a funeral home after she revealed her plan to transition. For years, the LGBTQ community has been trying to add the words sexual orientation and gender identity to Idaho's human rights protections. Idaho News 6 reporter Nicole Camarda spoke with the group pushing for that change about what today's Supreme Court ruling means for them.
In a 6-3 vote, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that existing federal law bans job discrimination based on one's sexual orientation or transgender status. Add the Words is a statewide organization working to update the Idaho Human Rights Act to include sexual orientation and gender identity.
As Idahoans, it's always a place where we really honor and uphold people's individuality and being able to work hard and do better and live up to their potential. And that should include being able to provide for themselves and for their family without fear of discrimination just based on who they love.
A battle that Add the Words has been fighting for about 15 years. The Supreme Court's ruling will exceed Idaho's current status, which provides no protection for LGBTQ members.
With this now federal protection, that will automatically impact Idaho's bearings and our ability to make sure that people are protected at the workplace and not fired just for being gay or for being transgender.
Add the Words officials say the battle is still not over. They are also fighting for the Idaho Human Rights Act to be updated with protections around housing and public accommodations for LGBTQ members.
We'll certainly be looking at what it's going to mean to advocate for these other components of the law that also need to be updated. And that may not mean waiting for that to happen at a federal level, but certainly hoping to persuade the legislative majority that it could be updated at a local level.
Chelsea says it feels very fitting for this rule to be passed during Pride Month.
And it's oftentimes that we also want to just honor the fact that Pride started as a protest, and that was born out of the activism from not only Black but Latinx trans women, knowing that their fight is our fight and that we're all in this together.
Nicole Camarda, Idaho News 6.
Add the Words organizers say they'll continue pushing for changes to Idaho's Human Rights Act and are currently focused on making changes to Idaho's ban on transgender girls playing in girls' athletic competitions. The Supreme Court action is expected to have a major impact for an estimated 8.1 million workers in the USA. That's because most states do not protect LGBTQ people from workplace discrimination. Some saying this is the most consequential Supreme Court opinion since 2015 when same marriage was legalized.